guys, I have went and did it again. I hate myself for doing this again, but I've done fixed something without videoing it. I didn't think it was going to take that much to it, and I just went on and did it. But now, since I did it, I want to show you what I did, because you may want to go do the same thing. Here we go. This is a 1986. Let me look at the year again to make sure. Yep, there's the year right there. 1986 Honda Shadow. It was toward the beginning, and it's like a 700, 750, something like that. But how this story begins is I've got a fuel light right there that will remind me if I get low on fuel, it's time to go to the gas station. And it's always worked. For years it's worked. I've had this bike probably for 30 years or more. And I ran out of gas one time. Pulled up to, went down the road, it just ran out. I had to push it into a parking lot, go buy a gas tank, a gas can, a small one that would fit on here, and put some gas in here and crank it up and make it on back to the shop. But anyhow, it's called a thermistor. The thermistor went out. I've already fixed it, and I want to show you a picture of it right here. This is the thermistor that I ordered, and it goes in the second tank that's under the seat. Seat needs to be redone. Hold on. The thermistor screws in, the housing screws in under here. This is a second tank. This is a reserve tank. That's your main tank. And then there's a reserve tank down here. There's a hose under here that travels from one tank to this other tank. Okay? And you unscrew this right here. I'm going to show you a short video up here in the top corner of repairing one of these. And you just got to solder that new thermistor on there and then screw it back in. And then your light will work. As you can see, light comes on. It'll go off, and then after you crank up the bike and it gets to running, it runs off of the power runs off of the tachometer. I don't know why they did that, but I had to look that up, where this is getting its power from. But I just, I didn't know if I could really trust it, because I don't want that to happen again. So what I came up with, I looked at some videos, I went online, I did a lot of looking and stuff, and I decided what I'm going to do is order this line here. It's a see-through type line. You can see the fuel in it, and you can get a T, which I ran mine off of down here, under here. That's a vent line that goes up into the tank. Here's the old line. I just pulled it off. It went to the tank, and then that line in the tank will run up high up here where it can vent this bottom tank here. It won't get a vacuum lock on it and not fill up. But if you don't have a bottom tank like this, what you could do is find the line that goes to your carburetor or your injector. Well, I don't know if you could. You couldn't do it for an injector. But anyhow, tee off of it, and then come up the middle right here. Now I just added this also. This is a tank bag, and that's the reason why I ordered it. This I just put this on here too, is where I could run the extra line here. So when I add gas to this gas tank, and the gas tank starts to fill up, this line should show it in here, because there's a vent right here, a little hole up under here, and I'll show you a picture of this here too. And where I can see it slowly dropping down, and when it gets down to here, I know that the mister is going to kick in down there. And then when the mister kicks in, that light should come on up here. Fuel light. But I may not wait that long. I may just wait till I see the gas getting to this level here and then just pull into a station. So I got two ways of knowing before I run out of gas if I'm going to run out of gas. Now, this here was pretty easy to put on. I had to do a little cutting under here, which you can't see, for the tank to open up. I just cut out a little piece of the leather. This is real leather, real thick leather. And I really like it. And it comes with leather straps, one at the bottom and one at the top. But I didn't use the leather strap to tighten down on this because I didn't want to pinch it. So what I did is I used those zip ties, a good size zip ties. I think I used the black ones. I got some bigger ones than this. This is not the zip tie I used. I used some big black ones. And I just zip tied this on there. It's up under there. You can't see it. It's on there pretty tight. But this here is loose. This here is loose, just enough to hold that line in place. And then what I was left doing is I've got to tighten down the one in the front, because there's one in the front also. See, here's the line. It's good old thick leather. It's good thick leather. And this is where the gas tank hooks up on right here. There's one on the other side too. That's the first bolt you put in, and there'll be a one bolt in the back. That's how you take the gas tank on and off. But I just went behind that little ear on there, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to put a zip tie on it. Okay, and there's going to be one on the other side too. I already got my zip tie out. I'm going to run it behind here. I don't want to tie that off. I think this would be better. Let me get the first little thing started here. This runs underneath there. I'm going to run it back up like that and just put these two together. Now I'm going to end up cutting this. I could cut that or just slide it underneath somewheres. You know, get it out of the way. And I got to do the other side like that too. Okay, I've got the seat and everything back on there. Let me crank it up where you can hear it run. Yeah, that light's going to come back on because it is low. I need to add some gas in here to make the light go back out. Cold nature. It's a pretty decent little bike. It doesn't require too many parts to keep it going. It ain't got a lot of vibration. Well, it's got enough, but it ain't like some of them where they vibrate the parts off of them. Must be more gas in that bottom tank than I thought. And this right here, that's a storage container. It unzips in the front. If you get a second passenger, you can unstrap this and have the other passenger hold it until you get to your destination. But yeah, that's a 1986. I'm probably going to buy some gas, put it in. I'm just going to get some gas in gas can and pour it in the tank to make sure that my idea here is going to work. But I'm pretty sure it should work. It should show fuel in here. Needs a good cleaning. See, I added extra lights up here for at night, and then I got these here for during the daytime, which you can see a lot of the LEDs it's already burned out, and I can replace this whole cluster right here with no trouble. And I made the windshield. They call it a chopper windshield because it's short and narrow. But yeah, I just took some plexiglass and bent it, heated it up with a heat gun, took my time and then bent it and put a cold rag on it. I don't have a video on that either. That's just the story of my life. Alright guys, sorry I didn't show you how I did it, but really wasn't that big of a deal. I'm trying to turn the light out with one hand. But yeah, that happens sometimes when you're not sure yourself how you're going to go. There's no sense in making a big old video and not have any success, you know. That does happen. Then you got to throw all that video away because it's no good. But anyhow, get you some of this tubing and get you a tee. I'll show you some tees and stuff. Anyhow, I'll show you a video on all the stuff I ordered. Okay, this is the thermal mister I ordered. You get a pack of 10. All I needed was one. But anyhow, this is what I've got, and this is the numbers, the ordering numbers and everything up here. This is the one I use right here. Now this is a thermal mister that you could add on a motorcycle, and you just have to add a light. It could be an LED light or something. You get power from the battery or somewheres, get your power, catch your power. And then your ground, you would just hook it up to the ground, and it would not register, but it'll let you know. It'll work like an idiot light. It'll let you know when that tank is getting low, that thermal mister gets dry, that light will come on. It makes a connection inside there, inside here. After it's dry, there's no gas on it. It'll be dry, and it'll make a connection in there, which sends out it sends it out to the light, and the light comes on. Now, this is the hose like I use right here. It's a see-through type hose, and it's the same kind of hose they use on, well, this says 3/8, yeah, that's just right, yeah, 1/4 inch ID. But it's the same hose like they use on the little weed eaters and stuff like that. And this is the end piece. Right up under here is an opening to let air escape. A lot of dirt bikes use these on their tanks, on the filler cap, to where it can breathe. That's what they're sold for as. But I use one to put that out there. Yeah, it's good. Okay, this is the T. I'd use a brass T or something. That way you know gas ain't gonna give it a hard time. There's a lot of plastic out there that gas is good for too. I mean, gas works out good. Gas, it's gas proof. Having a hard time finding all the right words here. But anyhow, you could run this off of your the line coming from your carburetor or your tank, coming from your tank going to your fuel system. Not unless you have injectors. If you have injectors, this wouldn't work because it would just push the gas out. This has to be like a gravity fed type, or has a small fuel pump on it or something. It cannot be for fuel injectors. And this last one, this is the little clamp that I'm going to use on the fuel line to hold this down. I'm going to put it right here. And pretty much that's it. And this is that tank bag I ordered. It wasn't very much, but it served my purpose where I could run that line, that fuel line, up through here and around as you've seen in the video. That was the main reason why I ordered this. But I had to cut a little bit right here to fit my gas tank cap, my gas cap, yeah. Yep, pretty good. This was bigger than I thought it would be too.
Viewing the video, or giving us a like, or subscribing makes us want to bring on a little more entertainment. Don't you agree?